right, guys, I am back with another full segment, and this time we're talking about the most important part of your job. The most important aspect being getting to the payment. Whether it's the paid in full, the PPA, the promise to pay, just putting together a plan that sticks. Okay, so everything up to this point has been leading here. Okay, the calls, the objections, the framework, all of it exists to get to this moment right here. Okay, the payment. All right, so let's talk about how to close the payment. All right, the very first thing you're going to do or remember is always go for the paid in full first. Okay, every single call, your first close is for payment in full. Okay, every time. Not because you expect it every time, but because you don't know until you ask. Okay, and some of the accounts that you would never expect to pay in full will. Okay, and all you had to do was just simply ask. Okay, so the habit is always ask for the PIF first. Okay, just because you won't pay $3,000 right now, right on the spot, doesn't mean Barbara will not do that, or maybe even Billy. Okay, so is there any way we can get this resolved in full today? We can process it right now over the phone and close this out completely. Okay, now if they say yes after something like that, amazing. Okay, take the card immediately. If they say no, you now know that you move to the next option. Okay, leave yourself room. All right, you leave yourself room for things like the settlement offer. Okay, or the counter offer. Okay, now if they do the settlement offer, if they can't do the full balance, the next thing is that settlement offer. And basically, settlement means, excuse me, settlement means they pay less than the full balance and the account is resolved. Okay, so your agency will have specific settlement authorization or authority rather, but just know what percentage you're allowed to offer before you get on the call. That goes back to the other video. Just know before you call, read before you dial. Okay, so how to present it? Okay, listen, I understand the full balance isn't possible right now. Here's what I can do for you. Okay, now if you can do the settlement for $2,783 today, I can resolve this amount, the entire account in full, with that amount, with that payment. Now that'll save you roughly 33% in savings, and it closes this balance out with a zero balance, and you'll receive a paid in full letter stating that as well. Now, can you do that today? Okay. Now, always present the settlement as a benefit to them. Okay. Not a favor. We're not here to help. We're not here to give you favors. Okay. All right. We're here to resolve. All right. So never lead with your lowest number, guys. Anchor first, then come down. All right. If they counter lower, know your floor and don't go below it without supervisor approval. All right. So if your company's 70%, stay there. Okay. And stick to your guns and don't be afraid to lose that debtor. All right. And then you go to the payment plan itself. Um, so if you set up a payment plan, you want to make sure that your that your payments make sense. Remember, you're in this industry for you, so that your bonus salary can increase dramatically based on your strategic closing. Okay, so if they can't do a settlement, you go to a payment plan. All right, this is the last resort, not the first offer. All right, a plan locks in recurring payments. All right, which is good because you can always come back later and get a settlement with a simple follow up call on a week that they may have that extra funds available. Okay, so but it's also the easiest commitment to break. You have to keep that in mind, guys. So when you set one up, you want to make it as low friction as possible. Get the card info up front and save it to the account. This is critical. All right. Set the first payment for as soon as possible, ideally within 48 hours, never more than 10 days. Keep installments realistic. Now, a plan that they can actually keep is worth more than a plan that they'll break. All right. Confirm that the plan details, are understood between both parties. Say them out loud, okay, before you hang up. So you're set up with $150 every 2 weeks, starting Friday the 14th. We're going to charge that to Visa card ending in 4242. Does that sound correct, ma'am? All right. So, taking the card and making it natural, guys, that's part of being a closer. It's natural to you to handle card information. New collectors sometimes get awkward when it's time to, take the card information. Don't. This is, the most normal part of the transaction. They've agreed to pay, okay, and you're just collecting the information to process it. Be cool, calm, and collective. Be matter of fact about it. Okay. For instance, great. Let me pull up the payment screen. What card are you going to use today? Is that a Visa, Mastercard, or Discover? What's that number? I'm prepared for the expiration date. Go ahead and give me the three digits on the back as well. Perfect. Okay. And the billing zip code? Got it. Right? So let me go ahead and get this payment processed so that we can get you a merchant receipt as well as a post-dated payment approval agreement letter so that you can have that for your records. Okay? No hesitation, no apologizing, no I'm sorry to ask for this. They agreed to pay. Okay? You are just doing your job. Now, if they say they don't have a card, ask about ACH or check by phone or any other payment method that your agency accepts, and always have a backup option ready. Okay, and it's going to be huge to have a backup option ready. Now, when they say yes, just shut up. Stop talking. You did enough. Your job is done. Okay, this is huge. If they say yes, when someone agrees to pay, the deal is not done until the payment is processed. Okay? So stop talking. Stop negotiating. Stop explaining. Okay? The deal is done. Take the card and run it. I've watched collectors talk a debtor out of a payment by keeping the conversation going after the yes. The yes is the finish line. Cross it, then confirm the payment, and end the call professionally. Oh, you want to keep talking about their first concern, about, possible identity theft, or maybe their ex husband took their information and used it to get the loan, and you want to bring that back up after you deaded it? So it's unnecessary. Log the payment information in the system. Walk through the payment screen in Collection Goat, or whatever system you're working on camera or whatever. Open the account. Go to the payments tab. Select the payment type. Okay? Enter your amount. Enter the card details. Select the card on file. Process and confirm the payment. Add a note to the timeline. Spoke with debtor. Collected $5,000 via Visa card ending in 4242. Every payment needs a note. Okay? What was the conversation? What did they say? What's the plan going forward? Document it. This protects you, your paycheck, your bonus check, and more specifically, the agency that you work for. Okay? So, getting the payment is the whole game, guys. All right? Everything else in this training is pretty much service of this moment. Now, practice your closings. Practice taking card information without stumbling. All right? Practice the silence after the ask. All right? The more comfortable you are in this moment, the more money you make. Okay? Now, the next video, we're going to talk about, the paper trail, leaving notes, sending SMS letters and letters, because what you document is just as important as what you collect. I'll see you next time, guys.